Okay. We need to reach the necromancer's tower. I know there's at least a stone golem there. We might be able to get around it. That's not a political solution. Might be able to get in. Getting around it. Should be right on the walls. What is he doing? Oh crap. That's quite a terrifying beast. But not that terrifying. Okay. We are still expected to face a fire golem. Maybe we won't. Guarantee that every golem is gonna be there. But that would require electricity or cold spell, and I don't particularly trust the weakest possible spell when our life is concerned. So let's go with the lightning. Is there something to loot? Ooh, piece of an ice golem. Heart of an ice golem. Hard to freeze a foe. Okay. Worth 1,000 coin. Heart of a stone golem. Power to hurl a foe through the air. Okay. Might be the ice heart could be a good thing to use against fire golem too. Heart of a fire golem. Says bow on fire. Surprisingly. Okay, that should be it. That should be the basic guardians at least. I get the feeling there would have been an option to just get around them too. Probably certainly appreciate it. I mean, if you don't take any kind of focus on those type of areas, you're sort of screwed. Naturally, you can buy scrolls, but still. I wouldn't mind in this game because this is not class-based in a sense. It does offer you two visualization options, but you're really better off at least having one range attack and one melee attack. Oh crap.
Hold on, who's talking to me? You are talking to me? How did you get into my head? You were what? The servant of your master? You seem to be a creature from hell. You want me to be silent? Is your master's name perhaps Xardax? Oh, right, so names are not important. Okay, I'll just assume that this here is the Tower of Xardax. I have to talk to your master. Me? Unworthy? What kind of test? Ah, I understand. Whoever wants to talk to your master must prove worthy first. Hold on, what was that? The proof? Victory over what? Victory over the elements? Stone? Ice? Fire?
So, yeah. Screw that. You can bypass the Guardians, but you're not getting in without the hearts anyway.
Here's the heart of a stone golem. What? Right! Worthy proofs! Missing? 2 are still missing? Is this heart of an ice golem the proof? Duality? The second proof? 1 is still remaining? What about this heart of a fire golem? Perfection? I'm worthy? If that's the case, I'd like to speak to your master now. Counter evidence? What kind of counter evidence? A rune? A rune from me? Well, then I'll accept the rune of teleportation as a sign of worthiness. Mortal? Who? Me? Okay, I'm on my way.
Okay. So basically you need a teleportation rune to reach the master, and you need to do this quest line to get the teleportation rune. Ooh. Bonus to maximum life. That's always welcome. Yeah, teleport to the necromancer. I'm sure to make great friends, since the first thing I do while in here is seal everything. A lot of healing and mana restoration. We should really buy the healing thing. It's not that expensive after all, and it could come in use in desperate situations. Hopefully that's the end of it. I'd like to at least talk to this necromancer before getting into additional fights or anything.
Who dares to disturb me in my studies?
My name is...
I don't wish to know your name. It's insignificant. All that matters is that you're the first person in years to have solved my golem's riddles.
Have there been any other visitors?
Not many. And when they began to annoy me, I confronted them with one of my supernatural creatures.
You enjoy being on your own, don't you? I was sent by Saturus. We need your help. The magicians of water plan to use their big ore mound.
The ore mound is not the solution.
It isn't?
No.
All the magicians of fire are dead. Gomez had them assassinated.
That does not surprise me. Those foolish barbarian butchers in the castle, especially Gomez, were never to be trusted. Caristo and the other magicians elected their own hangman when they helped Gomez to usurp the power.
The so-called sleeper is said to be an evil archdemon. That's what the Brotherhood in the swamp found out. Now the magicians of water believe that everybody in the colony is in great danger.
There is a greater danger than anyone within the barrier could possibly imagine.
If the explosion of the ore mound doesn't avert the great danger...
Forget the ore mound. Its power won't open the barrier. If Caristo and Saturus hadn't wasted their time fighting over foolish and vain issues throughout the past years, they'd all know what I know now.
Which is?
None of the 12 magicians ever stopped to wonder why the formation of the barrier got beyond their control, or why it assumed such gigantic proportions.
Did you find out why that happened?
Well, one thing is certain. The answer lies deep beneath the orc town.
The orc town?
Orcs are not animals, as many people think. Their culture is as old as the human culture. A few centuries ago, 5 orc shaman invoked a very old archdemon, which they hoped would give their clan the power to defeat their enemies.
This archdemon, was it the sleeper?
The orcs gave him that name much later. But I won't tell you why they did it, or why they are now terrified by this supernatural creature.
Why not?
I believe you could be... No. To be really sure, you'll have to perform another task.
Which task?
Listen carefully. The orcs have exiled one of their shamans from the town.
Why have they exiled him?
The dying orc warrior was no longer able to answer that question when he was interrogated by one of my demons.
What does this orc shaman have to do with my task?
He'll tell you the rest of the story about the sleeper.
An orc shaman is hardly likely to be keen on talking to me.
Do you want me to help you or do you not?
Well, yes, but...
Then never question my words again. Find the shaman. He's not on good terms with his brothers in the orc town, so he may listen to you before turning you into a living torch.
Very comforting. Where is this exiled shaman?
Go to the old citadel in the east. You can't miss it. It's on top of a high mountain, which can be seen from a distance.
Can you just enter it?
They call it the old citadel, but there's hardly anything left of it other than the foundation walls. It's been a ruin for many decades.
I will get the answers from this shaman.
My servant has already given you a teleportation rune for the pentagram 1 floor below. That will make it easier for you to get back here later.
I'm seeking magic knowledge.
Death to the undead. Yeah. It does about 10,000 damage to undead creature, costs 5 mana. Fourth circle spell. I want that. Summon skeleton, summon golem. Shrink monster. There's not a lot of these spell scrolls, but yeah, now we're talking about some proper spells. The problem is, in order to really get that now, I mean the 4th tier spell, probably would need to sacrifice taking the two-handed weapon trait, and that's not something I'm willing to do. So I might as well leave the spell here for now. It's not a priority. Scrolls, on the other hand, might be summon golem and drink monster. I'll keep in mind. Certainly seem like valuable spells. So I'm sort of glad to see that some of our, I guess, predictions of what's really going on here more or less are accurate. I mean, the sleeper seems to be the reason why everything turned out oddly. And I certainly didn't believe that water made a solution to this is any kind of a real solution. I'm trying to figure out how exactly you're supposed to get out of this place. We teleported here, and I don't think we can use the same... We can go back the same route to get out. We sort of have to, though. But we still might not have the correct picture of what's going on. I mean, why aren't the orcs basically doing that work now then? Yeah, this is not an exit. Suppose I can use the swamp camp teleportation. Or rest anyway. I've been aware of the shaman is supposed to be. I'm fairly certain of that. Been there before. Yeah, we need about 3,000 experience to get level up to allow us to get 200 swords, 200 weapon training. After that, it's another fairly drastic increase in our power level. We're talking in the range of 30 to 40 points. And we already aren't really struggling too much with the enemies we're facing, so additional 30-40 points on top of that. We're talking about taking down a lot of, pretty much I guess most enemies with 1 or 2 hits. I'm pretty sure I have the meat. Yeah, you need to use the pan from the correct direction, otherwise it doesn't work. That's sort of horseshit. And why doesn't it automatically go to the correct position then? Okay. Ready to go. Okay. I'm not sure a weaker hammer would have been all that good though. Either the golems have a huge amount of health, or they basically have some resistance even to these hammer type weapons. So it might not been enough. Alternatively, it could have been taking us so much that the golem would have basically been able to retaliate from time to time. Am I really going to the right place? Yes, I am. Yes, I think I am. Let's check the information. In the ruins of a castle. It's next to a peak of a mountain to the east of the Xardax tower. I wasn't paying too much attention to it, but I think it's the one we visited earlier. Basically, it had a few interesting things, but that one. I couldn't really enter it at the time. No, it's not this one. Oops. Clearly some kind of cave here. We probably looked at this. I don't think it ever had any loot, in fact. Ah, yeah, these type of monsters aren't really doing anything for us anymore. Still, every single one of them manages to hit us, so we're fighting pretty poorly. Is it this one? Yeah. We just came to it from another direction previously. Yeah, this isn't actually a very good weapon against these. I think it was easier with the sword. Please tell me I did another... Thought I did another save. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Or shit. Can't believe I hadn't said. Just making sure we've actually done all the things. Didn't accidentally load something completely different. Does look like once we took the shaman, we should have enough experience for two-handed weapon specialization. Not sure how much of a difference it will end up making in the end. I mean, I'm hoping it'll increase at least the back and forth speed attacks, because certain speed is necessary for your defense. I don't care too much about it though, because thanks to the increase in strength of the attacks, we are going to need less and less of the hits. So even if it doesn't do that, we should be helping us quite a bit. Why can't I hit you? And we have a suck button again, I believe. Okay, let's try not to die this time. No hurry for us, I'm sure the shaman is basically invulnerable. Just waiting for us to clear out the enemies. I'm stuck. It, please! Yeah, the guy isn't doing shit again. These kind of fights and these kind of enemies are not the kind of fights you want to have in your any kind of oddities with your controls. Easy to take down as long as you can maintain your own attack I guess combination. If that fails, you're so screwed. Yep. Now we're good to go. We just need to get the training, buy the weapon.
Oh, thanks, stranger. Bad orcs won't kill me. Old brothers, today enemies.
Who are you?
Name Urshak. Be son of the spirit. People call shaman.
Why do your brothers fight you?
Urshak in disfavor. They smirch creed in Krushak. Believe Krushak bad demon.
What does Krushak mean?
Humans call sleep.
You mean sleeper?
Yes, humans say sleeper.
What do you know about the sleeper?
Be 5 brothers. Be many winters ago. Be sons of spirit, like Urshak.
You mean 5 shaman?
Call Kroshak. One defeat clan of enemy. 5 brothers then build temple under earth for Kroshak.
A subterranean temple for the sleeper? That's what Xardax must have meant when he spoke about the entrance being in the Orc town. What happened in the underground temple?
Brothers that give heart to Kroshak. But Kroshak be bad. Kroshak curse all who build temple. Brothers have no heart. Be dead and live. Be both. Kroshak now have heart of brothers. Heart now be power for Kroshak.
What happened to the workers who built the temple?
Kroshak curse all. Workers too. Be all dead and live. Both at same time.
Didn't the orcs at the surface do anything about it?
They seal temple. Brothers today worship Kroshak. Kroshak gets sacrifice, so no become bad. Urshak thinks sacrifice bad thing. I said Kroshak bad. Brothers no want to hear. Brothers say Urshak go. Brothers hit Urshak.
How do you know our language?
Urshak be slave of humans in mine. Run away. Happened many winters ago.
You were a slave in the mine? Which mine?
Mine be under village in Hollow.
Where's Hollow?
I need to enter the underground temple. Can you take me there?
Urshak say thanks to stranger. Stranger save Urshak. But entry of temple be home. Urshak home no can go.
I see. You mean they won't let you go back into the Orc town? Can you show me where the Orc town is on my map?
Home of Urshak beware map empty. Stranger give map. Then Urshak finish map.
That's amazing. You're a good cartographer. Thanks. Well, looks like I'll have to fight my way through.
Brothers home very strong. Brothers be very many. Stranger no go. Many warriors. Stranger die. Other sons of spirit home. Stranger make fire. Then stranger die.
Okay, but I have to find a way into the temple.
Urshak no way. Stranger wear Ulumulu.
Ulumulu? What's an Ulumulu?
Be sign of friendship. Brothers respect Ulumulu. Stranger wear Ulumulu. Then stranger no die.
Where can I get this Ulumulu?
Stranger go see friend of Urshak. Friend of Urshak give Ulumulu. Stranger wear Ulumulu. Then stranger no die.
Yeah, I have the no die bit all right, but where can I find your friend?
Friend of Urshak in mind of humans. Friend no run away with Urshak. Friend be ill then.
Were you held in the free mine?
Urshak prisoner in mine under village in Hollow. Urshak think people call so.
Thanks for your help.
Urshak say thanks to stranger. Stranger save Urshak. Stranger now friend of Urshak. Friend take present. Take Urshak talisman. Talisman protect from breath of fire lizard. Urshak can no go home. Urshak now live here. Friend come when need help.
I may take you up on your offer.
What kind of an amulet are we talking about? Well, talisman. Protection from fire 20. I think I bought something similar. Except half as effective. It'll help quite a bit. It'll probably allow you to survive a few more hits at least. We do need that weapon though. Or do we? Destroy undead would be incredibly valuable too, so I'd certainly like the sport tier magic just for the destroy undead, but not now. First the two-handed sword thing, because after that we can go get extra level up, kill things until we get extra level up or 2. Because what it basically seemed to me was that all the enemies in the underground area will be undead. So, but on the other hand, we're not going there now. We're going to try to free his friend, which means, are we going to go to the swamp camp or the water mages? Well, naturally swamp camp, because we need the 200 weapon training. We should have the funds to get the weapon. I'm hoping though that I'm going to buy it. I'm confident that you can get better weapons through some other means. However, I don't want to basically put the whole thing on the chance of that happening. I'm sure, actually I'm very confident that we'll probably find that's how it's worked with the others, but it might take quite a bit of time before we reach that point.
Awaken. I want to learn how to handle a two-handed sword.
Fighting with two-handed weapons requires certain levels of strength and dexterity. To wield a two-handed weapon, you will not only need to master your body, but your mind as well. Only if you master both mind and body will you be able to learn the skill. Concentration is the key. Body and mind unite in concentration.
Yep, we got it. Not at master level, but it's good enough. It seems that the master gives you a different type of combo and doubles the chance of critical hits, but that's it. It's not that impressive.
That's really not my problem.
I'm pretty sure there's some kind of shopkeeper here.
That wasn't very...
I'd like a bladed weapon if I can get one. This is the place to get it. Access in the water mage's camp.
Awaken!
watch what you tell people. That's rude. I know just watch what you tell people.
I guess no, it was the guy who had left the old camp. That's who sells the weapons we want. I'm going to just make a check here. Is there anything of note? No one seems to be using it. Just the women here. The dead body that is still clearly moving and alive. But whatever.
Shh! You're not allowed to talk to us.
Yeah, it's a bunch of poop shit. Who's going to tell me that I can't?
Shh! You're not allowed to talk to us.
So I have to say I'm fairly disappointed in how they ended up handling those things. It basically, after the opening cinematic, there's no mention of the fact that they've basically been both buying slaves here. Sex slaves very likely too, so it got the bare minimum of treatment. We want to go to the water mage city. So teleportation is an option. I'm not quite sure I want to go quite there. It's still closer to where we want to be, so
Have you spoken to Xardax?
The whole thing's not the way you think.
What do you mean? He needs to find a way how to blow up the ore mound.
The ore mound, it's grown very high.
Find Xardax. He needs the help.
why couldn't I just...
I'm glad you've come. I've been expecting you.
You've been expecting me? Why?
Gorn asked me to send you to him as soon as you arrived.
What's up?
He has a plan to free the occupied mine.
Is he still guarding the entrance to the mine?
Yes, please see him as soon as possible.
Show me your goods.
Yeah, show them to me. Lab flasks. Buy those. We should have creature parts. Yeah, we have a lot of them. That's good enough. I want to visit the old camp, weapon seller. I'll just for the sake of it, I'll check what this guy has to sell. Decent weapons, sure, axe and all that, I want to see which one has the best ones. It should be easy to teleport back here if this guy appears to have the better selection.
Hello?
I need.
79 Thunderstrike, value 2440.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.
That's really not my problem.
Wait, what weapon do we have now? Old battle axe. It's not the weapon we intend to use, but it would at least allow us to
People never.
test things once we get out of the city, actually. I don't intend to go with the mind raid. What would it be? Attack on the mine? I don't want to do that now. Not until we have the weapon. And this isn't good enough. It's a bit more powerful, but it's at least, I would say, what is it, 10 points, 15 points weaker than the weapon we could buy. And that's a significant difference. It's a reasonably fast, I suppose. One important thing is it's quite a bit more powerful. Hopefully the reach is better too, but there's no guarantee of that.
Rely on some.
I don't recall where the guy was. Okay, now I recall. We more or less have to just follow this road and we should be arriving right to it. Looks like we're going to be fighting against other guards anyway, so any kind of advantage we can get over them would be very, very welcome. Yeah, he should be right next to this house. Yes.
Can you teach me to fight?
I only train guards, so until Thoris has made you...
Show me what you...
Okay. Amulet of Dexterity, Life. Yeah. Big crossbow, Dexterity 45. Custodian Speed. These are less damaging, sure. They're also blades, not sure if that makes a difference. Either way, I think I'll go back and buy the axes. taking down the axe because we're just gonna buy another axe. There's no point having that. We can just sell it off. It losses to our ore supply to a minimum. I definitely would like to at least get the destroy undead, or if not that, a few of the scrolls, summoning scrolls, to make our potential fights and boss fights easier.
Hello?
I need.
Okay, what are we looking at? Thunderstrike, yeah, it's definitely the best as far as damage is concerned. It might not be as good, yeah, because it requires strength quite higher. Still, 79 versus 67.
Keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it. As long as I'm not involved.
Let's talk about something
I'll
else.
keep the Warhammer.
Don't listen to all the blathering.
I'm keeping the Death Sword too.
Leave everything you hear.
Okay, it's that amounts to about 50%.
Wasn't very clever.
That's about 2,000. We still need about 500 worth. We have a piece of an ice golem.
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore. Let's talk about hang on. Better not
Okay,
go
we should have creature pieces.
Let's talk about
Rely on somebody, you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
thought that had been cleared up ages ago. That wasn't very clever.
Hang on. Better not go rushing in.
We can afford it and a little bit extra ore.
There must be something about that story after all.
I doubt that's. Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
You're probably right. You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Accents.
Better keep out of it.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
People always talk.
It's an interesting little weapon, and by far the most damaging we've seen so far. So hopefully it'll be enough. So now it's an attack of the new mine, or free mine. As well sleep before going in. Teleported quite a few times, so 35 mana. I think we've invested maybe 5 points in it. Maybe 10 at maximum. Strength 134 with a very powerful weapon. So hopefully whatever they have to throw our way, we can handle it. Still don't recall where the guy exactly was. Maybe on this road. Yeah. No. Yes, attack on the free mine.